Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Good evening and welcome into Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I'm meteorologist Gabe Maynor. Hot temperatures this afternoon transition into hotter temperatures moving into our forecast tomorrow. Walking you through the headlines that we're going to be discussing throughout the week, it's going to be that temperatures continue to trend up. Unfortunate, I know, it's hot. But also latest look at rain chances, providing that brief relief with some of that rain-cooled air. Looking at the very latest with that. And honestly, the golden question, why is it so hot? We're going to be walking through some of those atmospheric parameters that are in place that are keeping our temperatures so warm and our forecast so dry. To get a live look outside, let's go ahead and start with here and now. 82 degrees in Caledonia, feels like 88. That golden temperature right there shows how high those humidity values are, keeping those temperatures still warm even at 10 o'clock this evening. Getting a live look there in Saltillo, a little bit cooler, 79 degrees right now, feels like 82. So some areas better than others, but honestly, it's just been a dry, hot day all the way around. So hopefully all those cars that are out on the roadways there on Highway 45 are keeping their air conditioner cranked. I know I will here in about 30 minutes. Well, looking at Mississippi Live Weather radar, it's just going to be clear conditions stretched across the region. Some of that moisture out towards Alabama has definitely tried to at least knock a few showers closer to us, but overall remained on the drier side. Let's just go ahead and go back the last 3 hours or so, and I'm going to move this just a bit north. You can see once they move past I-40, should I say, they start to diminish greatly in strength. So our chances of rainfall, basically nothing for a large portion of our northwest Alabama counties and far northeast Mississippi counties. But let's go back the last 12 hours or so. Let's go ahead and let this scan here real quick. Actually, let's go 6. That's 6 no, it does need to be 12. Sorry, it's me thinking out loud. So let's go 12 hours here. We saw those brief blips that did try to pop up along I-22 earlier this evening. Whenever that did, that was really our best threat of rainfall. Unfortunately, those chances did not linger all evening long. So if you were not in I-22 there towards Pontotoc and Union County, you had a dry forecast. And even if you were in those counties, you turned the windshield wipers on for about 30 seconds before you had to turn them off. But whenever we look at those rainfall totals, I mean, we're getting basically nothing here in North Mississippi. A lot of those rain totals coming out there towards the east. And let's just go ahead and expand things out to show you where exactly that happened. That swath of moisture that's transitioning across eastern sections of the United States, that's where you saw your best threats of rainfall, but also the best threat for severe weather. Multiple of these produce severe thunderstorm warnings, and there's actually a flood warning, a flash flood warning there in Halifax, Virginia. So just shows you how active of a pattern it's been. Fortunately, no flood warnings in Mississippi, but unfortunately, we did not even get a drop. So as we continue to assess the severe weather risk here at the Room to Room Weather Center, that level 1 threat continues to remain in place for tomorrow evening, primarily going to be Georgia. Georgia's the heart, but also there towards southern South Carolina, far away from North Mississippi. When we're talking about distance-wise, from Pickens County, we're about 130 miles. So not expecting any imminent severe weather. And that just shows you that a lot of the activity remains further out there towards the east. So we're staying dry, we're staying calm, we're staying hot for our Tuesday. The first 12 showing you exactly that. Temperatures dropping off overnight, but already by 8 a.m. we're talking 83 degrees. And behind me, you'll see 93 there by 11. So those hot temperatures not going anywhere. If anything, they move in earlier than they did today. Looking at our Mississippi Live Weather radar on an expanded front, the reason why all those showers are happening is because of this stationary front that's up there around Tennessee. You can see all of those showers lingering across that frontal boundary, so not getting all the way into North Mississippi because the front's cut off. But it's cut off. Actually, I want to go back again 1 second here. So let this transition. Let me go ahead and jump back. Can we jump back? There we go. So this is the reason why. And I'm going to zoom this out here shortly to kind of show you what's happening. We have what you would call a heat dome that's developed over the top of the Mid-South here in the United States. So Mississippi included in that, getting some of that drier air as that frontal boundary is pushed out towards the east, and all of that active weather up there in Nebraska remains up there in Nebraska and Kansas. So not expecting a severe weather threat here because of that high pressure dominating our forecast. We'll talk more about heat domes coming up here at the end of the show. So reason why to stay tuned. That's kind of walking you through why it's so hot in our region. But you see that high pressure just circulating a bit of that Gulf moisture. That's where we get those isolated threats of rain chances, but overall not very high, especially comparatively speaking out there towards the east where they're getting a very active system. So that'll be the case heading into our Tuesday. Tuesday morning still starting out dry. A lot of the moisture east and to the northwest, and there's that dome that we're talking about right over the Mid-South right there. So as we head into the rest of the morning, the only chance we have of some rainfall is what's happening right there in southern Louisiana. Some of that Gulf moisture wrapping back around, and some of that getting as far north as North Mississippi. So watching the threat for at least a few showers trying to form, and if this frontal boundary gets close enough, we could be talking about some isolated showers on the far northeast side of the state and far northwest side of Alabama. Moving more into the afternoon, you see those chances right there. Just going to be brief pop-ups throughout the day. And honestly, as we enter into the late afternoon and early evening hours, that's going to be our primary threat for rain chances. You see 3 to even about 6, 7 o'clock with that sunset still happening and that peak heating of the day. That's going to drive our forecast over the next 24. But there's your temperature. And that's honestly on the low end for a lot of locations. We'll talk through high temperatures, what to expect, and of course, why it's so hot coming up right here in the next 60 seconds. Also walking you through the little bit of rain chances that we do have and just what exactly we're assessing on those model outputs. All of that coming up right here at Mississippi Live Weather in the next 60 seconds.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Well, hello once again from Bouchard Gardens here in Victoria, Canada. This time we're coming to you from the Rose Garden. We were in the Sunken Garden a little bit earlier on, and the roses that they have here, I mean, they're very plentiful and spectacular and extremely fragrant in many cases here. And showing varieties that do date back, not just in some cases here, as you can see, the 90s and the 2000s, but in some cases, well before that time period as well. One of a number of gardens they have on site location. I gotta show you what is dated here. Let's see if I can get this to tilt down to show you. It says the Tiffany in 1954 there. I'm telling you right now, this particular rose we have here is possibly the best smelling rose I've ever smelled in my entire life. So just an incredible experience to be able to see just the variety of color, the smells, and just the beauty that we have here in this amazing rose garden and this amazing setting here in Victoria, Canada. So we'll continue, I think, touring some of the other gardens. We already checked out the Sunken Garden a little earlier on, and there's a Japanese garden. Hopefully we'll do a tour here just a little bit later. But from the Bouchard Gardens here in Victoria, Canada, I'm Chief Meteorologist Matt Lopon for Mississippi Live Weather.
Right now, from the Mississippi Live Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Well, I know that garden really appreciates some water and appreciates some rainfall, and so would we here in Mississippi. I mean, just a dry forecast, that dominant heat dome right over the top of us, keeping those rain chances further away, pushing it out towards the east, and even some of those chances, I mean, we don't want that severe weather, but we'd take the rainfall. That's going to remain out there towards Nebraska and Kansas. So overall, a dry forecast. That dry pattern continues to remain in place. But I mean, take a look at that active system right there towards Wichita, moving through, I believe that's the Topeka area. So I know I have some folks out there, might want to message them, let them know they got a windy event moving their way. But that's really the extent of the activities out in the East Coast and up there towards Kansas. So a calmer forecast here in North Mississippi. We'll take it if it means no severe weather, but we would appreciate at least a few isolated showers moving through our forecast. And so far, over the past couple of hours, it's been that dry, consistent forecast all night long. And that's really how it'll be heading into the rest of our Tuesday as well. Taking a look at the day planner, it's going to remain on the drier end with a few isolated chances by the mid to late afternoon. So make sure to have that rain gear handy, but more than likely, I say this all the time, don't expect to need it as you go about the day. Temperature-wise, though, that's the golden number right there. Oh, yeah. Caleb, do you mind advancing this graphic? Oh, yeah, I got it. Sorry, that is a graphic for another day. I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and walk through Futurecast overnight. You can see that partly cloudy sky just sticking around into the overnight hours before transitioning into what we hope to be some isolated showers by the afternoon. So for your morning commute on your Tuesday, overall staying partly cloudy with a few open areas. What this is showing, honestly, over the past couple of runs is that cloud cover, more moisture building into the area, possibility of that frontal boundary trickling more west than what was originally planned. So we'll see right here. Low temperatures mid to upper 70s across the region, so that is already trending above average, and those high temperatures expect to do the same. So let's keep Futurecast going into our mid to late morning. You see that frontal boundary over my head? That's the golden driver in all of this of what we can expect for our Tuesday. So 10:30 still lingering out there towards Alabama, and you're seeing some of those showers happening right there behind me. But that's going to remain up around Huntsville with a few chances as we head further into the afternoon. But the thing is, it's not going to be that typical frontal development. That tells me that this is more of that wraparound moisture from the Gulf rather than a frontal boundary moving in because of how sporadic this development is. You see by 3 o'clock having those isolated chances pop up, those blips pop up, but not in a uniform fashion. So go ahead for all of North Mississippi, put an umbrella in the back seat, but do not expect to use it as the day goes on. Those showers and storms just continue to pop up through the rest of our evening before dissolving on out once that sun does set. High temperatures for the day going to be upper 90s, so he said it would be hotter, and it is going to be exactly that, with some areas, Greenville, flirting with the triple digits. So just go ahead and buckle up for a hot, toasty, however many ways you could say hot, and a miserable day with that mugginess being factored into it as well. Heat indices, we're talking 105 to 110, so that heat advisory, extreme heat warning is going to be in place. And as we talked about earlier tonight at 6, band directors and coaches, go ahead and be on the safe side. And for any afternoon practices, move them earlier on in the day or have an indoor practice or an indoor meeting of some sort during those afternoon hours. Continuing into the rest of our Futurecast, you do see that cloud cover sticking around. That's just going to be a result of the remnants of that moisture that's in the area. But this sets the scene for what should be a rainier Wednesday. And what I mean by that is chances have bumped up from 20 to 30%. And there you see why. You see those chances starting to develop by early afternoon, really becoming widespread by the afternoon. Now, don't be distracted by this because this is one of our heavier models. But all models have shown at least some precipitation trying to form by the afternoon with more coverage than what we saw for Tuesday and more coverage than what we will see for Thursday. So that's why we're upping chances, because this is going to be a higher likelihood that we see some showers for our Wednesday afternoon. Is it going to be this widespread? No, it's not going to be a widespread showers and thunderstorms type day, but definitely scattered in nature and definitely providing us a decent threat for at least some of that rain-cooled air. Into the overnight hours, calmer conditions move back in place, and by Thursday morning, we're waking up, heading out the door to drier air. High temperatures, fortunately, with that rain-cooled air, these should bump down a degree or two. But where it doesn't rain, we will see those temperatures still be on the hot side, and not the warm, the hot side, with upper 90s and into the triple digits expected. Heat indices right around that same mark, 105 to 110, and with that moisture supplying back into the forecast. Those showers that are happening primarily out in western Alabama, moving into western Mississippi as the day goes on, those showers are happening in the early morning hours. So this is actually adding to the moisture that will attribute to the heat index by the peak heating of the day. So that's why 110 is coming in towards Vernon. If those showers follow that same trend, move through during the early morning hours, it's going to be a steamy, muggy mess for your Tuesday, especially further in Wednesday. But looking at current alerts, those heat warnings and heat advisories only go till 8 p.m. on your Tuesday. I say that because I do expect them to continue into Wednesday and Thursday, especially with those temperatures reading what they are, those heat indices reading what they are. So advisory, warning, really doesn't matter. It's going to be the same message of it's going to be hot, it's going to be muggy, it's going to be a dangerous time where we need to stay hydrated and, of course, stay cool. You can see the extent of those heat advisories and warnings moving all the way north into Tennessee, Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas is included in that. So what we have right here is what we call a heat dome. So what a heat dome is an area of where dry, hot air rises into the atmosphere, that reflecting off the ground and back into the skies. What happens is high pressure starts to push that warm air back down, cycling it back towards the surface and surrounding across the ground of where that dome encompasses. That's right here in North Mississippi. Within the dome, air sinks to the surface, which creates those heat waves like what we're experiencing right now, and that dome will prevent any cloud cover, a majority of cloud cover, from forming. So that's why those chances are still not overly high for Wednesday, because they are battling a very uphill battle through a heat dome. So that's why we expect very little relief from the heat, but some relief is still in place. This isn't an extreme heat dome, but it definitely showing some heat dome characteristics. Still having that meteor shower in place, but that cloud cover will block some of that coverage. So just go ahead and have that, don't have the expectation to see those meteor showers take place. Go ahead and have the perception that it's going to be hot, it's going to be sticky, it's going to be some clouds and a lot of disappointed people with those rain chances not picking up like we want it to. So Wednesday, you see that coverage right there up to 30%, but that temperature is still at 97, not a bunch of rain-cooled air, but hopefully for a few folks, we do get that. Thursday, 20, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, still moving up to the scattered chances of rainfall, and that rainfall should be more impactful for our temperatures, and that'll drop our temperatures into the low to mid 90s. And we'll take anything we can get at this point. It's just going to be a hot and muggy forecast moving forward. So go ahead, have that water bottle handy, have ways of staying cool. Air conditioner is going to be your best friend this week. And one other thing that will be your best friend is the Mississippi Live Weather app. Looking on your screen right there are QR codes in the bottom right and left of your screen. Go ahead and scan your respective QR code to send you to the App Store. Download the app today on iOS and Android, and gives you the very latest information on heat, on rain chances, and really what to expect for the entire 7-day forecast. And we'll give you that right here on Mississippi Live Weather at 5, 6, and 10 tomorrow evening. So make sure to keep it here for the very latest, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy.